A lot of my art sucks, but that's okay, because every once in a while a gem comes along that makes it all worth the journey. Sometimes it's a wonky eye or just this feeling of meh, and those are the ones I usually experiment with. I might play with the shadows or I might add some color, and sometimes that redeems it, but a lot of the times I just destroy the evidence. But the art that I keep, the art that you see, is often something that's special. It's captured something, a moment. It captures that essence, and it captures my soul, and just renews my faith that I'm on the right path. So come along on this virtual tour and see some of my favorite pieces. A Mother's Love. Now this one is always going to hold a special place in my heart because it started the whole one parent, one child concept. It's what makes me, me. And I knew just the right people to give it to. I gave it to two of my beautiful angels who helped me through the most difficult time. It's home. An Angel in the Arms. This one captures a similar theme, but a different style. A little bit more impressionistic, a little bit more abstract. Now I gave the original to a friend for his birthday. And then, shortly thereafter, it got accepted into a show in Miami. Now, he offered to give it back, and I was like, absolutely no way. As it turns out, I already had a sketch that I had been working on previously, and so I kind of just finished that up and sent that to the art show. I also offered to let them donate it in case it didn't sell. Flash forward to a couple of months later, my pen fell into the sofa, and as I was reaching into it, I pulled out a check. Who knew it actually sold? I loved it so much that I actually went and drew another version of it, and that was in the Beverly Hills Art Show. A couple from Germany was coming by, and they said they were just taking a break from a layover in LAX. And I said, when are you leaving? And they're like, in a couple of hours. So the third one got packed up and sent to another home. That's why I love it so much. A Werewolf. Now this one I hated so much halfway through the process. It was getting darker and darker, and it just wasn't going in the direction that I wanted. And so I was seriously considering just tearing it up and tossing it out. But then I said, wait, just put love into it. Just put love. With every stroke, a little bit more love went into it. But it still wasn't right. And then I added the dark background behind it. Suddenly, what looked like black appeared as dark gray. And this whole piece popped. It really became one of my favorite pieces and sold to a dear friend in one of the local art shows. An Otter Kiss Before I Go. Now this one is part of my Touching series. It was actually the first one to go into a gallery in Laguna Beach. I just loved it. The original picture was a lot more of it, and it just kind of captures the moment of that touch. And it's one that I absolutely love so much because of the touch, I put it on hoodies. So you can find them on my website at sturosenart.com to get some of these hoodies. They kiss when you zip. I love it. I love the theme so much that I also did the next one, Touching Moment, between two young elephants. I love capturing just that single moment of touch. Now, originally, I could not draw elephants, or at least I didn't think I could. But a friend of mine who actually took the reference photo of this, and I told her, I don't draw elephants. You can draw elephants. Really, I only draw furry animals. You can draw elephants. And so I draw elephants. And I love drawing elephants. I love all that character and all those creases. And I love touching moments. Now, I love these two brothers. I put them in just about everywhere I can. The first one is called Young Princes. It actually was tweaked just a little bit to look like Harry and William, the young princes of England. I redid them again in Brother's Keeper. It really shows the tender love between brothers that really needed each other at a very important time in life. Now, when I got my show for London in 2023, I drew this, called Double Trouble. It includes both Princess Diana and the two boys. but back in a time when they both needed to be protected, and Diana was the one to do it. It became my absolute favorite piece, and sold just recently at the Beverly Hills Art Show. Now, I really like where my style has been going lately. It's a little bit softer. When I get into details, I get pieces like this. Somebody loves you. Oh dear. And my latest one, I'm here for you. It's a very loose style, one that I really, really like. But typically, this is just the first of 3 steps that I take. I usually do a very sketchy look. And then I go back in and I add direction for all of the hair. And then the 3rd step, I add a lot of depth by adding shadow. But this time, when I just finished the first round, I was like, that's it. This is done. This is the way it's supposed to be. And it's always very tricky to know when is the time to stop, but sometimes the piece lets you know. So I'm going to keep going. I'll share mostly the good stuff, and occasionally the bad stuff. But it's all good. We make mistakes. We learn, we grow, and we move on. You see, if you have a pen and you have a piece of paper, you've got art. There's no turning back. No excuses. And if you make a mistake, welcome to life.